Well, 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 2023. What a year to be a tennis fan. We've seen serves that could outpace a cheetah, volleys that would make Newton question his laws, and comebacks that would make Lazarus feel like a mere pretender. But the question of the day is, who's the rookie that went from good to unbeatable in 1 year? Was it Medvedev? Nah, too tall. Tsitsipas perhaps? No, too hairy. The real answer, ladies and gentlemen, is the teenage phenomenon from Spain, Carlos Alcaraz. But before diving in, here's a bit of trivia for you. Rafael Nadal privately sent something to Carlos before he won Wimbledon. Was it a cryptic battle strategy or a magic charm? Don't be so quick to guess, folks. We're keeping that secret under wraps till the end of the video, so stick around. And as always, if this video serves up some tennis joy, volley that like button and backhand a subscribe for more ace-worthy tennis content like this. Our protagonist Carlos is a full-stack tennis player, the Swiss Army knife of the sport. Equipped with a buffet of tools, he can serve and volley, hit improved flat or kick serves, dish out a solid backhand, create outrageous drop shots, lob, and produce consistent ground strokes. He can take you to the ropes in more ways than one, a quality that has left many of his adversaries perplexed. Diving into his technique, Carlos's ground stroke preparation stands out. He has a short and efficient motion that sets the stage for his explosive gameplay. And his forehand? A beast of a stroke. With a generous sprinkling of topspin, he sends the ball rocketing across the court, leaving his opponent scrambling to respond. And let's not forget his drop shots. By swiftly changing grips at the last second, he can lure opponents into a false sense of security before drawing them into a tantalizingly unreachable drop shot. Intensity. That's what Carlos Alcaraz brings to the court, an electrifying presence that can shake the confidence of the most seasoned players. By amping up the power of his baseline shots and his court coverage, he can smother opponents before they even find their rhythm. Alcaraz's gameplay is so intense that it feels like he's chasing everything. Each shot is a testament to his belief that, I don't have any limits, I don't want to set any. Whether he's returning a second serve or countering a move, Alcaraz hits with such ferocity that it's impossible not to feel the tremors of his intensity. And here's the icing on the cake. He relishes it. At the end of the day, I'm playing tennis, a sport I love. If you're not enjoying yourself on court, you're lost, he often says. And he's not wrong. He gives his all, whether he's playing a top 10 player or someone lower down the rankings, and whether he's on a court thronged by spectators or just a few onlookers. What sets Carlos apart from the rest of the pack is his mental game. A psychological titan, he has the ability to maintain his intensity consistently, irrespective of the opposition. This mental strength, coupled with his physical prowess, makes him a fearsome competitor. One of his mantras? There is no defeat, only learning. Carlos's maturity belies his tender age of 20, a trait that separates the wheat from the chaff. His composure under pressure has become a hallmark of his game. The year is 2022, and our lad is barely 18 years, 11 months old. Most kids his age are juggling school, video games, maybe a part-time job. But Carlos, he's busy becoming the youngest player ever to win the Miami Open. Yes, youngest, as in no one else in the history of the Open era has pulled off a feat like that.
He's starting to get the feel, and he can be an overwhelming presence at the net.
Then we fast forward a few months, and Carlos, just on the cusp of turning 19, adds another feather to his cap. He snatches the Madrid Open, again as the youngest player. The world is starting to notice this isn't just a lucky streak, it's a new tennis titan in the making. By the time Carlos turned 19 years and 4 months, he had rocketed up the ATP rankings to become the world #1. Yes, the youngest to ever do so. And he didn't just stop there. By year end, at 19 years and 5 months, he was still seated firmly at number 1. We're talking younger than any player ever to end the year at number 1. Think about it, he could barely legally buy a drink in some countries, and he's already the king of the tennis world. As if this wasn't enough, the accolades started piling up. ATP, never known for being overly generous, showered him with the Newcomer of the Year award in 2020. By 2022, they were compelled to name him the Player of the Year and also the Most Improved Player. You don't see that combo often. And did I mention he bagged the Laureus World Breakthrough of the Year in 2023? His track record reads like a record book on steroids. This is a guy who's completed the Sunshine Double, won the Rio, Miami and Madrid Opens all before most people even finish college. And guess what? He's got to his first 100 victories quicker than anyone in the history of the game, pulling it off in just 132 matches. Put simply, Alcaraz isn't just playing the game, he's redefining it. All said and done, Alcaraz went from good to unbeatable in 1 year through intense dedication to perfecting his skill set, mental strength, and a maturity beyond his years. He might still be a long way off from achieving what the big three have done, but if there's one player who's more likely to surpass the legacy of the greats, it's this young Spaniard. Sure, there will be injuries, obstacles, and tough competition, but with Carlos's intensity and talent, we're in for a delightful era of tennis. So, strap yourselves in and enjoy the Carlos Alcaraz show. Now back to our trivia question of what was Nadal's secret gift to Carlos. Picture it, Alcaraz, just a 20-year-old, staring at the prospect of facing Djokovic, the guy who'd been gobbling up Wimbledon titles like they were going out of style. Djokovic had been on a tear, scooping up the last 4 titles and now was all set for a 5-peat. But our dear Carlos had an ace up his sleeve in the form of the Spanish powerhouse Rafael Nadal. You know Nadal, right? The guy who's butted heads with Djokovic more times than a couple of stubborn mountain goats. Yeah, that Nadal. Well, he pulled a fast one on Djokovic this time. You see, he sent Carlos something before the match, a secret weapon of sorts. No, not a clove of garlic to ward off the Serbian vampire, something else entirely. Now brace yourselves folks, because this is where it gets interesting. Nadal's secret gift? It was a private message. Yep, a good old-fashioned text message wishing the young lad good luck. Carlos was over the moon, saying that someone like him, an idol of my childhood and who continues to be so, sends you strength and luck for the most important moment of your life is something to admire. And boy did it work. With the Spanish matador's blessings, Alcaraz triumphed over Djokovic in a heart-pounding 5-setter, culminating in a nail-biting final score of 1-6, 7-6, 8-6, 6-1, 3-6, and 6-4. It was a match for the ages, with the 4th game of the 3rd set alone taking a whopping 26 minutes.
How is the dream of winning Wimbledon compared to the reality? Because as a boy you always had this dream, so you know how it feels to dream, but how is the reality like?
It was better than I thought.
So there you have it. The secret to Alcaraz's incredible victory was a dash of good luck, a sprinkle of belief, and a simple text message from a childhood idol. Who would have thought? And that, my friends, is game, set, and match for this episode of Glam Slam Tennis. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss a moment of the action and what we have in store. Until next time, stay fabulous and ace those serves.